According to the CN server, CC9 will be held after Stultifera Navis.
I must be quiet, she's sleeping. So prepare your operators for the Arknights CC theme. Anyway, we are also going to meet a minnow and bark. Beautiful bird with a harp. Oh, or whatever that is.
リラの音色の中でまどろみなさい。死と眠りは元より近しいもの。
Erato, a free operator that will be available at the CC Permanent Trade Center. With a price of 300 contract bounty and 720 for the max potent. Her archetype is a besieger sniper or a heavyweight sniper. The type of sniper that will be prioritizing the enemies with the highest weight, and has a wide range attack with a gap in front of them. So, you need to deploy them further behind for the ideal attack spot. Just like that eye sniper, they also have a high base attack. With a max potential, level, and trust, Erato has a base attack of 1061 in total. Slightly lower than Tadifa's. For the traits, if a marksman prioritizes aerial enemies, and a deadeye prioritizes a lower defense enemies, this archetype prioritizes targeting the heaviest enemies. So, enemies with a higher weight will be the first priority for them. But for her, there will be an exception when using skill 2. We'll see about that in the skills section. Slumber or sleep is one of many debuffs in Arknights. It allows you to put the enemies to sleep for a certain duration. The sleeping enemies will be unable to take any action, and invulnerable to any attacks. Except for some operators with the ability to attack sleeping enemies. For example Black Knight's Slumberfoot and Blemishine. And now, Erato also has the ability to attack them with the talent she has, allowing her to attack a sleeping enemies and ignoring 50% defense when attacking sleeping enemies. The next attack inflicts sleep for 5 seconds and deals 215% physical damage. This is synergized with her talent and a good skill for stalling a single enemy. However, you're most likely stalling multiple enemies with other operators. The duration is 5 seconds, while Kafka and Black Knight's Slumberfoot can inflict sleep with the same duration on multiple targets. But in some situations where you can't deploy melee units on the ground, we can only compare her with Sora and Iris. So, in terms of stalling multiple enemies, I think Erato skill 1 is not a great choice. But Erato has a significant advantage in terms of reaching a single enemy in the further, especially if you want to stall the enemy with the highest weight. Attack plus 38%, attack speed plus 40, prioritize sleeping enemies. As I said before in the traits section about the exception of the traits. During the skill duration, she will no longer prioritize the heaviest enemies since this skill prioritizes sleeping enemies. With this skill, she can increase her DPS. But sadly, she can't inflict sleep by herself. So, it forces you to bring other operators that can inflict sleep to be effective. So, my conclusion is, she's a fine operator, and a fine addition to a sleep meta team. Especially if you like stalling enemies with a sleep debuff since she can also provide a good damage. At the same time, she is quite difficult to be used. You don't really have to raise her, but if you like her, just do it. I will definitely raise her for my musical night team. Alright, thanks for watching, and leave your opinion about her in the comment. See ya.